Hello fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams, Books, Courage, and today I'm going to be talking about what I plan to read in the month of August. Okay, I swear this is the last time I'm going to bring it up, but I've been in a reading slump for like the past 2.5 months, and have only recently got out of it within like the last 2 weeks, and now I feel like I can get back into reading finally. I am free from my reading slump, and I'm just so happy about it, and I'm also very excited about the books that I plan to read in the month of August. I just want to briefly mention that I'm planning on pre-filming a lot of videos at my house. I go back to college on the 20th of this month, and usually when I'm at college I have a lot less time to film things. Plus, I always feel like it's awkward if I'm filming and someone else is in the room. Like, I'm really close to my roommate, and even then I still feel like it's awkward if I'm filming when she's in there. Either way, I just don't want to do it, and so I'm probably not going to be filming a lot at my college. So I'm going to be trying my hardest to film as many videos as I can up until December, so hopefully that'll be able to happen. Probably not, but at this point I have high hopes. So anyways, I'm going to be pre-filming a lot of videos including this one, although I will still try to do monthly wrap-up and TBR videos while I'm at college. This just makes it a lot easier on me, and hopefully I'll get more content out to you guys than I did this past year of college. But who knows, these classes might be easier, they might be harder. I have no idea at this point, but I'll definitely try my best. Let's go ahead and get into the 5 books that I plan to read in the month of August. The first book, of course, is the one that I'm currently reading right now, and that is Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. I actually started this one in the middle of July during Booktubeathon, but I have still yet to complete it, although I definitely think I will within the next few days. This is such an interesting book, but I really feel like you should just go into it not knowing like anything about it. Just know that there's this guy and he can't get a job, and so he goes to this bookstore and gets a job, and then very strange things start happening. This book is so cool and so fun to read. It actually kind of reads like a fantasy to me, although so far there are no proven fantastical elements occurring. It just feels like you're going on this fantastical trip with these characters, and Robin Sloan's an awesome writer, so I'm really enjoying this and I want to read more books by him, although I'm not sure if he has anything out besides this, of course. But if you know of any books of his that he has written that you really enjoyed, definitely tell me down below, because I am loving this one. This one is just so much fun to me. I feel like this is so perfect if you're a nerd and you love books, and I feel like we all fit those two categories. But I am really loving this one, and I'm looking forward to where this ends up. And I really feel like this has been a great way to start out the month of August. And next we have a book that I planned on reading in the month of Booktubeathon, but I just did not get to, and that is William Shakespeare's Tragedy of the Sith's Revenge by Ian Doescher, and this is the 6th and final book of the William Shakespeare Star Wars series by him. This of course is based on Revenge of the Sith, which is episode 3 in the Star Wars saga. I love the movie so much, and I love these books just as much. They are so much fun to read, and they really are exactly like if William Shakespeare were to write Star Wars. It's pretty incredible, and if you know quite a bit about William Shakespeare and his plays, and if you know a bit about Star Wars, these are such fun and perfect reads for you. Especially for a nerdy English major like me, I have been loving these books so far, and I'm sure this one will not be an exception. This was like the saddest movie to me of the Star Wars saga, for a lot of very obvious reasons, but hopefully I won't get as attached to the characters within this. These are just such fun and quick reads, and I'm just really looking forward to getting to this one and finishing out the series. I'm just now realizing that basically all of these books are ones that I've planned to read in the past few months, and I've just not gotten to them, but I'm just so ready and excited for reading this month. I plan on getting to all 5 of these, and I just really hope that I will. Anyways, back to my TBR video. The next one that I plan to read is one that I talked about in my July TBR, so I won't talk about it too much in this one, but that is Lost Stars by Claudia Gray, which is again a Star Wars novel, but this one is actually not based on the original Star Wars movies. This is still in the Star Wars universe, and it is canon, so I am excited to read it. This takes place 8 years after the fall of the Old Republic, so I feel like it's somewhere in between the 3rd movie and the 5th movie, but I just don't really know the exact timeline of Star Wars. But anyways, this one sounds quite interesting because it's about these 2 best friends who have grown up together, but one is on the side of the Empire and one is on the side of the Republic, which by this point is probably the Rebel Alliance. But either way, this book sounds super interesting. I feel like we got a bit of both sides from episode 7, but I feel like this one will show us even more of the Empire side of things. And I'm just really interested to see someone's perspective from inside the Empire and see like why they support what the Empire is. But anyways, this sounds really interesting and I'm super excited to get into this one. At first I thought this one was middle grade, but it turns out it's actually young adult. Thank you so much to the viewer who told me that. And that definitely makes me even more excited to get into this one, so I definitely will be getting into it soon, especially since I borrowed it from my brother and I'm hoping to give it back to him before college starts. And the next novel I almost don't even want to mention in this video, but I'll mention it anyways, and that is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I've mentioned this book in what feels like 4 TBR videos this year, which is ridiculous. I feel like every time I just get you guys excited because I'm like finally going to read Fangirl and then I just don't even pick it up. And that's mostly because I usually put it towards the end of my TBR. Again, this month I really hope to read it, but I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, so just forget that I mentioned this book at all. Even though obviously I'm mentioning it in this video anyways. I really want to read this, and that'd be so great to like go into my second year of college while reading this book. I feel like that would just be such a fun time. But all I can say for now is we'll see what happens. We'll see if I get to it or not. I'm not even gonna say what this book is about because you could probably watch like any of my TBR videos from like the last 5 months and see this book mentioned, because I mentioned this one quite a lot for a person who still has not yet read it. I'm so excited to read it, but I haven't yet. This month I'll try my best, but that's all I can do. College is gonna start this month as well, so I just really don't know how anything's gonna go, but we'll see. And this final one is one that I feel like I've also mentioned quite a few times within my TBR videos, but still have not managed to read it, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, which again sounds like an amazing book. A lot of people have hyped it up, and I really want to read this one, but I still have not gotten to it, and I'm hoping to this month. It sounds absolutely perfect for me from what I've heard, because it has a lot to do with video games and virtual reality, and I find that stuff really interesting, especially the video game part of it. I'm pretty sure this takes place within a dystopia. The world is pretty much in ruins by this point in time, and so everyone is hooked into this virtual reality and trying to find this treasure, and no one knows where it is, and I think the main character of this novel is also trying to find it. So I'll just have to see where this adventure takes me, and I'm really hoping that I love it. I already feel like I'm half in love with it just because it has video games in it, but it just sounds really great. I've heard really great things, and I'm just really hoping to read it this month. So those are all 5 of the books that I'm hoping to read within the month of August. I honestly have no idea how this reading month is going to go since I'm moving back to college this month, but I'm hoping that it'll go really well. I'll at least finish 1 book this month, and that in itself is a victory. But anyways, I would love to hear down below what you plan to read in the month of August. Thank you guys so much for watching, and now I'm gonna go get back to reading.